Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Dave Bondy. We have breaking news just coming in regarding the mask mandate, and this is really interesting. Stick with me. Go ahead and subscribe to me on YouTube. Subscribe to this YouTube channel because you're going to get long form information. I'm going to answer all of your questions in an unbiased way with no narrative. I'm just going to give you the information and let all of you decide. So go ahead and subscribe right down there. Click the subscribe button. If you're watching here on YouTube or if you're watching on Rumble, you can subscribe there as well. But this just came down a short time ago. The Biden administration, they are not going to appeal the mask mandate, but then again, they are. Kind of interesting. The Justice Department said they're going to be appealing this, possibly. It's really complicated. Let me get into it right here, and let's take a look at your screen. This is a news release that came out from the Justice Department regarding the mask mandate that was ruled unlawful by a Florida judge. So basically, I'm going to read this for you, and you can understand what's happening when I read this. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll try to answer them. The Justice Department issued this statement. The Department of Justice and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention disagrees with the district court decision to end the mask mandate on buses, planes, trains, and so forth. The department continues to believe that the order requiring masking is a valid exercise of the authority Congress has given to the CDC. This is an important authority the department will continue to work to preserve. On April 13th, before the district court's decision, the CDC explained that the order would remain in effect while it assessed current health conditions. Now, if the CDC concludes that a mandatory order remains necessary for the public health after that assessment, the Department of Justice will appeal the district court decision. So basically, what this means is the mask mandate could come back. We could see, once again, the mask mandate coming back on planes, trains, and automobiles. But there's a lot that could happen that would need to happen in order for this to happen. And let me explain to you. So, sorry, I'm trying to multitask right here, sharing this feed out. And I encourage you to, once again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's really important to do that. But if you're watching right now, also go ahead and share this video out with your friends. So the mask mandate could come back. And the reason it could come back is if the government appeals the decision from this federal judge. Now, if the government appeals this decision, it will then be up to the judge or a new judge, a circuit court, I believe it would go to. And if these judges decide that it needs to be looked at again, the new judges could reinstate it while a decision is being made. It could make its way all up to the Supreme Court. Now, Jen Psaki at the White House, she was asked about this today. She was actually on board Air Force One when she spoke about this. And it was about 1:32. I'm going to play for you right now what Psaki said. There's only audio because they were only recording the audio when she was on board Air Force One. But I want to head and play for you right now what Jen Psaki said.
On the mask mandate, why is the DOJ not appealing that? And by not, does the administration risk taking away some of your options for the future, especially if there's some new variants?
Well, unless something's happened when we got on the plane, I don't think they've made any announcement at this point in time. So, as we've said, agencies are reviewing next steps, including the Department of Justice. Traditionally, following court decision, that can take a couple of days. We've said from the start that our code of response should be guided by the science and data and by experts. And just as a reminder, when we had made this announcement, the CDC said it needed 15 days to assess the impacts of an uptick in cases on hospitalizations, deaths, and hospital capacity. We still feel that is entirely reasonable based on the latest science, and public health decisions shouldn't be made by the courts. They should be made by public health experts. So again, I'm not going to get ahead of the Department of Justice. We'll let them make any decisions or announctions, but
so they might still appeal, is what you're saying.
It typically takes a couple of days to review and make an assessment.
If you don't appeal, do you run the risk of sending the message that all CDC mandates are optional?
I'm not going to prejudge the Department of Justice and how they make considerations or assessments about whether or not they're going to appeal. We obviously feel confident in our authorities here, given we put the mask mandate in place and asked for 15 additional days to evaluate data based on public health information.
So there you heard it from Jen Psaki. That was earlier today when she was speaking aboard Air Force One. And thank you, everyone who is joining me right now. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to bring you the updates. I'm going to bring you with no bias, no narrative, just give you the information as it's happening. So here's the deal. Let me break it down from square one of what happened. So last night, today, what's up? Okay, I'll get it. Good. Okay, good boy. I'm at home. My son is in the basement here with me. So, okay, that's good. I'll be up there in a minute. Okay, my son's coming down here to play with me. Good time. So, anyway, let me break this down for you once again. Today is Tuesday, April 19th. So, it was Monday, April 18th. Monday, April 18th, when a federal judge in Florida ruled that the mask mandate on public transportation was unlawful. So last night, airlines across the country, trains, buses, they all dropped their mask mandate. I was on board a plane in Orlando, Florida on the tarmac waiting to take off when the flight attendant told everyone that, hey, you can take off your mask. The TSA will not be enforcing the mask mandate. I'm going to play some video now. I have video. I was there on the plane. I wasn't able to get the announcement on camera of the flight attendant saying it, but I did get the reaction afterwards. Let me see if I have that now. Let me see if I may not have that right now. I'm sorry. Let me see. I'm going to add, let me find, I can add it really quick. Sorry. Just multitasking here. I did not have that clip ready, but I can have it ready in a second here for you. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, just doing some work. Let me see. Oh! So they just announced no more masks on airplanes. Allegiant Airlines is doing this as well, along with many other airlines. This just happening seconds ago. Okay, that was bad framing on that, but that was from last night on the airplane. I was there with my family, and we were aboard the plane last night when that happened. So I just wanted to play that for you. And that's what happened last night. So for those of you who are just joining us right now, and I would appreciate it if you're watching right now, if you would share this video out with your friends, share this video out with your family, ask me a question in the comments. I would love to answer your question. It doesn't seem like we have any questions now. Ernie just wrote, just like the 2 weeks to flatten the curve, what a joke, says Ernie. So that's what Ernie has to say. So if you have any questions, please. My son's down here playing with his car in my little basement studio that I have set up, but that's okay, buddy. So let me, this is like childish fighting. The mandate is just ridiculous at this point, according to the Quilted Gardener. Hello, Quilted Gardener. How are you doing? Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you don't already. It's really important to do that by hitting the subscribe button right down below. So let's go and look at what the new information coming out today. Just a short time ago, the White House, the Justice Department actually releasing a statement, and here it is on the screen. And the Justice Department is saying that if the CDC concludes that a mandatory order is necessary for public health after that assessment, the Department of Justice will appeal the district court decision. So, in layman's terms, if the CDC believes that there still needs to be masks being worn on planes, trains, and buses, they will appeal the judge's ruling, and there is a possibility that a new judge could once again mandate that masks be worn on planes, trains, or buses. And you can learn more by going to midmichigannow.com. We have the very latest on all of this right there. So that is a possibility. That could happen. And I want to know what all of you think about this. I was on a plane last night, and for those of you just joining us now, I was on a plane in Orlando, Florida. I was sitting on the tarmac, and I was waiting. I was waiting for the plane to take off, and all of a sudden, the flight attendant came on and told everyone. I'm sorry. The flight attendant came on the loudspeaker, and she told everyone that you take your mask off, that the TSA is not enforcing the mask mandate. I'm going to play that video for you right now.
On the mask mandate, why is the DOJ not appealing that? And by not, does the administration risk?
I'm sorry, that's the wrong that was Jen Psaki from the White House, actually. Let me find the video of the plane. That's right here. So they just announced no more masks on airplanes. Allegiant Airlines is doing this as well, along with many other airlines. This just happening seconds ago. Okay, that was last night on the plane in Orlando. And any more comments? I know there's a few people watching right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would share this video out, ask me your questions. So the new information, we are just learning that the Justice Department may appeal the ruling. The Justice Department may appeal the ruling that drops the mask mandate on public transportation. So Kelly Jelly is just commenting saying this ain't over until the fat lady sings. And the fat lady in this case may be the U.S. Supreme Court. This could go all the way to the Supreme Court, possibly. Now, right now, they are not appealing the decision. The CDC is going to have to make a decision on whether or not they think people need to wear masks on a plane. And most people are saying that the CDC is going to say, yes, people need to wear masks on a plane. Now, I know many of you don't agree with that, but my job is not to give my opinion. It's just to give information and let you decide what's going on. So Jen Psaki, the White House press secretary, she was asked about this earlier today aboard Air Force One. And I'm going to go ahead and play for you exactly what she said when she was asked by reporters about this. Listen to this.
On the mask mandate, why is the DOJ not appealing that? And by not, does the administration risk taking away some of your options for the future, especially if there's some new variants?
Well, unless something's happened when we got on the plane, I don't think they've made any announcement at this point in time. So, as we've said, agencies are reviewing next steps, including the Department of Justice. Traditionally, following court decision, that can take a couple of days. We have said from the start that our code of response should be guided by the science and data and by experts. And just as a reminder, when we had made this announcement, the CDC said it needed 15 days to assess the impacts of an uptick in cases on hospitalizations, deaths, and hospital capacity. We still feel that is entirely reasonable based on the latest science, and public health decisions shouldn't be made by the courts. They should be made by public health experts. So again, I'm not going to get ahead of the Department of Justice. We'll let them make any decisions or announcement, but
so they might still appeal, is what you're saying.
It typically takes a couple of days to review and make an assessment.
If you don't appeal, do you run the risk of sending the message that all CDC mandates are optional?
I'm not going to prejudge the Department of Justice and how they make considerations or assessments about whether or not they're going to appeal. We obviously feel confident in our authorities here, given we put the mask mandate in place and asked for 15 additional days to evaluate data based on public health information.
So that was Jen Psaki aboard Air Force One earlier today. And thank you for those of you who are joining us right now. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Go ahead and write a comment on here where you can go ahead and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it if you did. And I can try to answer your questions as well. So for those of you who are just joining us one more time, here's the deal. the Justice Department is saying that they will appeal the mask mandate on airplanes if the CDC says that it needs to be brought back. If the CDC says that mask mandates do not need to be brought back, well, they won't do it. But many people believe that the CDC is going to say the mask mandates need to be brought back on planes, trains, and buses. But that decision is going to be made by the Justice Department in consultation with the CDC. So let me bring up on the screen one more time a statement. And this is a statement that was given to the media. This is basically a news release that was given out today. And it says that if the CDC concludes that a mandatory order remains necessary for the public's health, after that assessment, the Department of Justice will appeal the district court's decision. So that's the statement right there that has come out from the Department of Justice, President Biden's Department of Justice, basically saying that if the CDC says that a mask needs to come back on people, they are going to appeal the decision by the judge in Florida that was made yesterday. So that's where we're at this point right now. And I just wanted to come on and make this video and let people know what is going on. And I really appreciate it if you can share this video out so everyone can get involved and they can learn more. And follow me because I bring you updates as soon as I get them. I'm not working right now. I'm still on vacation, but I am here working for you, giving all of you the information. So once again, I'm going to play one more time. I was on a plane yesterday in Orlando on the tarmac when the flight attendant came over the radio and she said, or came over the loudspeaker, and she said, you can all take off your masks because the TSA would not be enforcing the mask mandate. I'm going to play that for you. It's pretty interesting. There was some cheering. You'll hear one person boo, but most of it was cheering that was going on. So I'm going to play that. Hold on. I'm going to play that video right now. So they just announced no more masks on airplanes. Allegiant Airlines is doing this as well, along with many other airlines. This just happening seconds ago. There you go. That was the video that was on the plane. I took that video on the plane last night. I took that video myself. So I'm going to let you go, everyone. Kelly Jelly, the Center for Death Control are not people elected. Most are not even medical professionals, says Kelly Jelly. So, that's the opinion. It seems like many people that I've been talking to, they do not want the mask mandate, but there are some people who do. So it's kind of somewhat split. Most people I've been talking to do not want the mask mandate, though, according to what I have been hearing. But then again, I'm not connected with everyone, so how would I know? And it's not my job. It's not my job to give you an opinion on what's going on. My job is just to give you the information. So I'm going to let you go, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm asking you to go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will give you the very latest details as I get it. I am going to go play with my son here, everyone. Have a good evening.